People spend real money chasing longevity, anti-aging creams, expensive supplements, biohacking gadgets that promise to add years to your life. Almost none of it is backed by real science for real longevity. Meanwhile, the people who actually live past 100, trust me guys, they are not doing any of these. I'm not a longevity guru, but after digging through the research on the world's longest living population, I found the same 10 things. None of them cost a subscription. None of them need a fancy lab. Stick with me because by the end of this, you'll know what actually works for longevity. Most people think longevity is written in the genes. You're either born with it or you're not. And yes, genes do matter. For years, most studies used to say that only around 25% of longevity came from genetics, but this new study changed that number. It's now looking closer to almost 50%, which still means roughly half of how long you live comes down to what actually you do day after day. So I looked at the population researchers have studied the most: Japan, Hong Kong, and the areas known as the blue zones, and pulled out what actually shows up in the data. One study kept coming up. Researchers tracked down thousands of Chinese adults over 80 for years, comparing the ones who eventually lived 100 plus years against ones who did not. Three things separated them consistently: never smoking, staying active, and eating a variety of food. We'll get to all of those three, plus 7 more. It really matters what's on your plate. Number 1, you got to eat a variety of simple whole food. That doesn't mean you need an elaborate meal plan. It means rotating what's actually on your plate throughout the week instead of eating the same 3 meals on repeat. Different veggies, different proteins, different grains. Your gut bacteria do better with variety, and so does your nutrient intake. Variety matters more than perfection here. Number 2, add fermented food on purpose. Kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, fermented soy. These feed the bacteria living in your gut. And a healthier gut produces more vitamin K2, which helps keep calcium in your bones instead of your arteries. Number 3, drink green tea instead of your coffee. One study tracked over 300,000 people in Japan for an average of 17 years. Men who drank 5 or more cups of green tea had a low risk of dying early. Amazing, right? So why not green tea? Number 4, stop eating once you are satisfied, not stuffed in. In Japan, there's a habit that roughly translates to eating until you are around 80% full. Your brain takes 15 to 20 minutes to register that you are full. So eat a little slower. Put your fork down between bites and stop at the point where you are satisfied, not stuffed. Then wait for 5 minutes and you'd usually realize that you've done a few bites earlier than you thought. Researchers who studied Japanese Okinawa people for decades linked this habit alongside a low-calorie and a plant-based diet to some of the longest lifespans ever recorded. Now, let's talk about movement. That's number 5. Move consistently throughout the day, not just at the gym. Remember that Chinese study you talked about. Staying consistently active was one of the 3 habits that predicted who became a centenarian, the one who lives past 100 years. And in Japan, people average around 2,000 more steps a day than people in the US, mostly from daily life, stairs, or walking to the station. That really matters, folks. Number 6, take a short walk right after you eat. 10 minutes after your biggest meal of the day is enough. It does not need to be a brisk walk. A slow lap around the block or even around the house still works. A new 2025 study found that 10 minutes of walking immediately after eating lowered blood sugar spikes more effectively than a longer walk taken later on. The next one on the list is the simplest fix on this entire list. Number 7, never smoke. And if you have already smoked for years, don't write yourself off. The data on this is genuinely encouraging. Your risk starts dropping the moment you quit at any age. So we're jumping to the last 3 on the list. And these last 3 are the ones people skip entirely. Number 8, protect your sleep like it's a part of your job. That means an actual wind down routine, not just try to sleep more. Same bedtime most nights, phone away for at least 30 minutes before bed, a dark, cool room. 7 hours of real restful sleep is what gives your brain, gut, and immune system time to repair themselves overnight. Our 2024 review of centenarian health habits found that 68% of them were satisfied with their sleep. Number 9, get your vitamin D checked. It's one blood test. Ask for it at the next physical. Most guidelines call a result between 3200 a healthy range. And if you come back low, the fix is usually simple. 10 to 15 minutes of sun on your arms or legs or basic vitamin D supplement over the counter. So next one is number 10. Take your relationships as seriously as your diet. This doesn't mean a packed social calendar, folks. It means one real conversation a day, a standing call with a friend, a weekly dinner with family, or showing up in person instead of just texting. These are all social connection. This keeps you longer and happier. One major review found that loneliness raises the risk of early death by around 26%, and living alone raises it even more. Researchers now say that social ties carry about as much risk as smoking does. So you know it now. That's the real list. 10 things and not one of them is a supplement, a cream, or a gadget. You don't need to do all today though. Pick one, start there, and if you are worried it's too late, remember what we started with. Genetics might explain more than we used to think, but it still leaves roughly half in your hands. It's never too late to start. If this changed how you think about longevity, send it to someone who's still waiting for the right time to start and the right tips. And subscribe to Healthy Info for more clear science-backed tips. We got you.